Hello everyone, this is Paris. Welcome to BudgetHolics. Sometimes the news come up with the subject of a video, as with today. Early this morning, Michael Saylor announced that the board of directors of Microstrategy is going to be paid in Bitcoin. Let's look at what this means, what Cathie has to say about investing, and how this relates to Bitcoin as an investment. Before we jump into the video, please hit the like and subscribe button if you're interested in investing in cryptocurrencies, stocks, or any other asset. I'm releasing 2 videos a week, so also hit this notification bell to stay informed. In December 2020, NFL player Russel Okung, I don't know how to pronounce it, announced that he's going to be paid half of his $13 million annual salary in Bitcoin. Well, he's being paid in dollars and then converts it to Bitcoin using Zap, but that's the gist of it. More recently, on a Coindesk article, we just found out that the owner of NBA Kings is about to offer to pay players in Bitcoin as well. Some artists have also opted to be paid in Bitcoin, such as Snoop Dogg was selling one album for 0.3 Bitcoin in 2013, and in 2014, 50 Cent followed, allowing his album Animal Ambition to be sold for Bitcoin. Not to mention all the NFTs and everything that's going on the Ethereum blockchain. Earlier today, I found Michael Saylor's tweet on my notification tab, and the 8K form linked in the tweet reads the following. On April 18, 2021, the board of directors of MicroStrategy modified their compensation arrangement for non-employee directors. Going forward, non-employee directors will receive all fees for their service on the company's board in Bitcoin instead of cash. In approving Bitcoin as a form of compensation for the board service, the board cited its commitment to Bitcoin given its ability to serve as a store of value supported by a robust and public open source architecture untethered to sovereign monetary policy. Under this modified arrangement, the amount of board fees payable to non-employee director remains unchanged and will be nominally denominated in USD. That's for accounting purposes. At the time of payment, the fees will be converted from USD into Bitcoin by the payment processor and then deposited into the digital wallet of the applicable non-employee director. This aligns with another Cathie statement on CNBC. Long story short, when it comes to investing, the traditional rule was the 60-40 rule, wherein you divide 60% of your assets in equities, i.e. stocks, and 40% in bonds. However, with bond rates being that low and not even being able to cover inflation, and with the Fed constantly printing money, according to Cathie, this allocation no longer stands. Instead, a better allocation would be a 60-20-20, where 60 is still equity, 20 is still bonds, but 20% is cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin in particular. Ray Dalio has also said that right now it's crazy to hold bonds. Let's hear what Michael Saylor had to say about transitioning into investing in Bitcoin and why Bitcoin is such an impressive asset and much more profitable than either bonds or stocks.
Well, let's look at the big picture. I've been a public company officer for 22 years. When you could generate 5 to 6% short-term interest on treasuries, and you thought that the cost of capital was 7%, then you didn't have to consider anything other than a conventional treasury strategy. You're maybe taking a minus 2% yield per year. I think that when conventional treasury assets started yielding 2% and you had a cost of capital of 7%, which is the expansion of the money supply, it became a minus 5%. People, they grit their teeth and they got through it. That was for the past 4, 5, 6 years. Now in 2020, we've seen the cost of capital explode. It's 25% monetary supply expansion. The treasury strategies are now 0, 1, less than 1%. So you've got a negative real yield, minus 25%. That's the cost of capital. Okay, that's actually turning up the heat that's causing everyone to realize that conventional treasury strategies are broken. Now, what are you going to do? Look at the last 12 months, ROI. Bitcoin is up 461%. S&P is up 25%. If you invested all of your treasury assets in the SPDR, in the S&P index, you kept up with the cost of capital. NASDAQ's up 53%. Big tech, they're monopolies, they're extraordinary, they're staying ahead of the cost of capital. Treasuries, down 7.7%. If you were holding long bonds like TLT, that's a disaster. Gold, up 9%. It's also a disaster. It's not keeping up with the cost of capital. So why Bitcoin? Well, yeah, you can't hold conventional treasuries. You're looking at a negative real yield against the cost of capital of 15 to 25% a year, right? I mean, I'm not a consumer. I have to control, I have to manage shareholder value. And if you want to maintain or grow shareholder value, you're going to have to grow your assets at a rate faster than the cost of capital. So your hurdle rate is 15%. Now, what are you going to do?
It is.
And I think, yeah, if you look,
I mean, it is a different definition of cost of capital that you have than, say, like a traditional accountant would have, right?
I don't think so. I think that a lot of people think about inflation. I think CPI. The cost of capital has always been in a conventional environment, risk-free, 6, 7, 8%. If you talk to any institutional investor in the past decade and you said, my idea is I'm going to invest your money at 1% or 2% or 3% interest, they would have asked for it back.
On another tweet by Michael Saylor, we saw the following table, comparing investment returns of gold versus Bitcoin 1 month, 3 months, 12 months, and 5 years ago. 1 month, if you invested $1 in gold, now you would have 97 cents, whereas you would have 1.17 Bitcoin. If you invested $1 in gold 5 years ago, now you would have $1.25 and 139 Bitcoin accordingly. Currently, Microstrategy owns a total of 91 Bitcoin. This adds up to a $5.5 billion position. On February, Tesla also announced that they bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. If you want to learn more about this purchase, check out my previous video for which I leave a link here and down in the description. In late March, they announced that they are now accepting Bitcoin payments and that the Bitcoin they receive will not be converted back to US dollars. They also noted that they're operating their own node and they appear to be committed to Bitcoin's long-term potential. Another Cathie Wood favorite, Square, has also invested a significant amount of its holdings in Bitcoin. And if you want to learn more about the top 10 holdings of Cathie Wood's portfolio, I'll shamelessly plug it here and down in the description as well. Where does this lead us in terms of price? Cathie Wood in ARK Invest's 2021 Big Ideas presentation outlines several scenarios. The first scenario consists of S&P 500 companies investing 1% of their assets in Bitcoin. This would translate to Bitcoin reaching $80,000. Another scenario translates into S&P 500 companies investing 10% of their holdings in Bitcoin, which would skyrocket Bitcoin's price, making it worth $500,000 per coin. Since I released that price prediction video, which you can also find in the link here or down in the description, Bitcoin's market cap has increased from $800 billion to over $1 trillion, and that's only 1.5 months ago. The Microstrategy announcement falls in line with an ever-increasing commitment by institutional investors and big money. Coinbase going public on Wednesday will further increase crypto legitimacy and awareness. If you want to learn more about the Coinbase IPO, check out this video for which I leave a link also down in the description. This was a short overview of the MicroStrategy announcement. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what this means for the Bitcoin price and what are your price targets for 2021 and 2025. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor or a certified financial planner, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, as this helps me immensely with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to buy Bitcoin, you can use Coinbase using the link down in the description. And if you use this link, we'll both get $10 worth of Bitcoin with your first purchase of $100 or more. I always like to earn interest on my Bitcoin. That's why I'm using BlockFi, which is a high interest rate savings account. If you sign up to BlockFi using the link below, you won't only earn up to 8.6% APY on your deposits, but also up to $250 worth of Bitcoin with your first deposit. Until we meet again, don't stop investing. Cheers.